screen, unfortunately. Good evening, MS Workouts. Take the fight to the muscles fan and exercise group. We're going to give everybody a couple minutes here to log on. Remember that today we're going to talk about strength training for foot drop. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them into the chat so that I can answer them for you live. I'm looking forward to these. I know some of you may be tied up right now at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday evening here in the States. We have kiddos going back to school and extracurricular activities starting up. So if you're watching this in the replay, feel free to drop something into the box so that we can answer you in the near future. The thing I'm excited to get some feedback on is the live workout classes that we're going to be executing with you all, so we can get feedback on what y'all want to focus on, so that we can tailor this to this group, so that you're getting the very most out of the process with us. We'll give a couple more minutes here. Mr. Lerner, our member support specialist at MS Workouts, Felipe, is here with me today. He's going to be manning that chat box with me, so feel free to let us know where you're from, say hello to him, let us know what you're focusing on right now, right? What is it that bothers you, worries you, scares you about the process, and know that we're here to help you with it. We've helped thousands of individuals living with multiple sclerosis through the MS Workouts platform, and now the YouTube channel. So super happy about being able to provide this to each and every one of you. So, well, let's go ahead and get started. Again, as I mentioned, today we're going to talk about strength training and foot drop, right? Foot drop is one of the symptoms that most of the individuals we work with need to focus on at one time or another. So a little bit about the agenda for the day. Okay, we're going to talk about steady pace, which is the exercise technique that we created and execute not only on the YouTube channel but with our membership portal platform as well with MS Workouts. And we'll talk about MS Workouts a little bit. Okay, we'll take a second to introduce another one of our team members that you'll get to know in the process, Jacqueline, as well as her story. She started as a client, having weakness, instabilities, and share a quick little story about Jacqueline. Then we're going to talk about foot drop and how strength training can help it, because that's what you're here for, results. And that's what we do at MS Workouts, is focus on giving you real applicable actions that are going to lead to a difference in your life. We're going to talk about how to use the MS Workouts exercises to reduce your foot drop. And then last but not least, we will answer any questions that you may have or you post. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So steady pace. Okay, what is steady pace? Steady pace basically is an exercise technique that we created here in Austin, Texas, about 13 years ago now, with our physical studios that we have. We have 4 across Texas right now. And basically, steady pace is a low impact, high intensity exercise technique that is safe on your joints while also providing a maximal stimulus to the area, which leads to the very best results. The other thing about steady pace is that it is extremely measured. We have made sure that we've applied principles of exercise physiology and science to the process in an extremely measured manner to ensure that you're getting results. Typically, people choose to just measure sets and reps with their exercise, but at the end of the day, sets and reps really should be a secondary measure. We should be focusing on how we're executing those sets and reps with the exercises, because in reality, that's what's going to hit the first domino or prompt the communication and the change that will then happen in the recovery process of developing strength. So steady pace also has a minimum commitment of time, okay, to allow you to gain the best results from the typical high volume approaches, okay. You're only going to be utilizing in exercise sessions 2 to 3 times a week, and the exercise sessions are about 26 to 30 minutes long. We focus on intensity and quality and not quantity, because the lower the intensity is, the closer you get to just expending resources to execute an activity, and also the closer you get to lacking enough of a stimulus to prompt real change. And that's what you're looking for when you're exercising. It's not movement, okay? The steady pace technique is conducive to a lot of individuals' lifestyles because you don't have to commit a lot of time. That's 60% of of the population in the United States doesn't exercise, and 50% of that 60% say it's because of time. So the cool thing about this is that it doesn't take a whole lot of time. Okay. The other awesome thing about steady pace is that it takes into consideration the effects of MS on your body. Okay, and specifically the recovery process, as well as the um, well-known fact that you have to be conscious of not expending too many resources on a daily basis, right? You've got a limited amount of spoons. You've all heard that um, analogy in the past, and you need to be mindful about your efforts, right? You don't need to just be expending resources and effort mindlessly, because then that's going to lead to overdoing it. Okay, um, so in a nutshell, steady pace ensures adequate intensity, specificity, progression, and is conscious of your resources in the process. So I mentioned introducing Jacqueline, who is one of our MS Workouts team members here. She's a steady pace trainer. She delivers live exercise classes on a weekly basis to Mondays and Wednesdays to our MS Workouts community on the MS Workouts platform. She started with MS Workouts in 2018, because she was seeing a decline in her function. Okay, she was told that she was going to need to use a walker or a cane soon. She noticed, she always talks about her holy sock story. She noticed that her socks were starting to get holes in the bottom of them because she was dragging her feet because of the weakness in her anterior tibialis and hip flexors, which a lot of you can probably relate to. Um, and, at the end of the day, after applying MS Workouts, she struggled at the beginning. She'll admit that, to be consistent. But once she started to see the results and she was encouraged and she was reminded by the team and the community that, hey, you're not always going to feel great, but the most important thing is that you continue to just show up and give your best effort. And over a period of time, you will get traction. Your body will start to respond. And when you start to see the results, you take what your body allows you to have, you be measured, go forward, and results will develop. And they did for her, okay? She was able to avoid using the assisted devices. She improved her foot drop, hip flexor strength, quadricep strength, and much, much more. So I look forward to you having the opportunity to connect with Jacqueline as a member or gold member of the Take the Fight to the Muscles Club. We will get you in contact and interact with her and release some material with her as well to you. So you'll have access to Jacqueline, and truly value Jacqueline, not only her as a team member, but the relationship with her as well, and for trusting in the process, just like you are, because this stuff works. Okay, let's get to it. Can strength training help with foot drop? Okay, I have my notes for the presentation right over here, so that's why I keep kind of looking over here. So exercising will increase mobility and control, period. That's proven. Okay, not only research, but application has shown that through our foot drop challenge that you can access online, as well as on a daily and weekly basis with our MS Workouts members. So strengthening the muscles in and around, this is no secret, strengthening the muscles in and around the foot, or really and truly any other area of the body, is going to help you. Okay, it's going to help add stability to the unstable area. Okay, it's going to help you compensate, okay, for the affected muscles and areas. If you have weak quadriceps, hips, glutes, anterior tibialis, then it's going to be much more. It's going to be much easier for you to have injury, lose balance, not be able to pick that foot up and through. So focusing on the exercise is going to help reduce tightness, spasticity. It'll increase dorsiflexion because you're focusing on the nerve innervation into that area, and improve the overall ability of lateral movement and or movement in general. So I think the caveat here, though, and you're going, well, what's the catch, right? The only catch to this situation is that you got to be consistent. Okay, you've got to execute your exercise. We've been having this. It's been really cool in the last several weeks amongst the community. There's been this kind of common thread on a couple of live Q&As and some team members sharing that we're here to remind individuals and affirm the fact that you're not always going to feel 100%. Okay, there are going to be good days, there are going to be bad days in a 52-week long period. We don't shy away from that in MS workouts. We like to lean into that and to acknowledge that, hey, you're not always going to feel great, especially when living with MS. But the most important thing is that you can remind yourself that you don't have to always be at your best. You got to just simply give your best effort. Okay, and if you can consistently show up and give your best effort, you will see the very best results that you can see. So execute it, be consistent. If you need help with consistency, let us know. And don't judge yourself on the outcome, okay? Just focus on trying to show up, schedule it, and execute, okay, the exercise, because it will make a difference, 100%. Now, why is exercise a good option for you, okay? There are a handful of ways to go about combating foot drop, and exercise is one of the modalities, okay? There are a few reasons, okay? First and foremost, it's cost effective, okay? Most of us, in some form or fashion, focus on a budget, right? And value certain things over other things. And, many of the assisted devices are very cost prohibitive. They're expensive. And at the end of the day, whether you are worried about expenses or not, and you go, well, it doesn't really matter that much to me, I'll get an assisted device. The plain and simple truth of the matter is that an assisted device is simply there to assist you in the process. You're not supposed to rely on those things. And if you are only relying on those things, you're not exercising the muscle, then the inevitable fact is that you're going to atrophy. So your muscles are going to get even weaker if you're not exercising with them, which then leads to more instability, which leads to more issues in the area. So it's kind of like brushing your teeth. You've got to consistently do it if you want to have good oral health. Okay, convenience. Okay, that's the second reason why this is a good option for you. Okay, you don't have to drive to a gym in order to exercise. You've got us. Okay, on demand. You can utilize these tools that we're providing for you in this Take the Fight to the Muscles membership. You can utilize these exercise classes and focuses in the comfort of your home. You don't have to go anywhere, okay? And that makes it convenient. Also, last but not least, it produces results, okay? That's probably the most important one. You will get results. If you stay consistent with your exercise, you're going to notice improvements in your symptoms when it comes to foot drop. Plain and simply put, we have thousands of individuals that we've worked with who have gained the result that I know that you want. And I look forward to connecting with you all, Applehead and Denise and a bunch of you that are part of this journey. I look forward to hearing about your journey and hearing about the successes that you're able to accomplish. I want to connect with you over the process of your struggles so that we can encourage you through those things, remind you of the fundamentals, help you work through and troubleshoot the areas that you need help with, whether it's execution, whether it's delivery, understanding, whatever it may be. Okay, we're here for you. So one of the biggest mistakes that keep individuals from seeing results, okay? Number one, I would say would be not having the intensity high enough with your exercise. A lot of people will confuse movement or physical activity with exercise. The definition of exercise has been watered down over the last several decades. And the cool thing is that there's a, cohort of researchers and health professionals that are starting to kind of go, oh, wait a second, you all, there is a difference between exercise and movement. And not only the function and how you execute them, but the results that they give you, okay? So if the intensity is not high enough of your exercise, then you're not going to see results, okay? The other one is that individuals truly don't understand the importance of the recovery process, okay? You have to have a safe, high and progressive intensity followed by an adequate recovery time and period, okay? And this needs to be a consideration, not just for overall results, but specifically because you're living with MS, okay? Your recovery ability is hampered at times. Your resources are limited. So it is even more important to understand that the results are developed in the recovery process after a high enough intensity has been delivered to the tissue and the muscle, okay? And then last but not least, as I mentioned, another thing that keeps people from getting results is consistency. Okay. Um, Now, I don't like to use the word excuse because I think individuals have reasons for whatever it may be. Okay, reasons are real. Um, at the end of the day, we want to encourage you to shift your perspective from beating yourself up for whatever the reason is that you can't be consistent, but to simply realize that if you're blessed with waking up, um, you know, with another day, that's another opportunity to just give your best effort. And when you just find focus on that and don't worry about what the outcome is, it's very freeing. And you realize that I can have control over the situation. And no matter how I feel, I can choose to positively give back to my body. And that will make an accumulative difference in my overall results and my function and my lifestyle and you know my happiness, really and truly. Um, so our exercise plan for foot drop. Let's get into the nitty gritty of it. Okay, a plan for more strength. Step one. What do I do? Okay, execute a high intensity or our high intensity foot drop class that strengthens the tibialis, the extensors, the calves, and all those other surrounding muscles. Step number two, focus on actively recovering with low intensity, low in volume physical activity modalities like yoga or stationary bike, okay? But don't be on there for long time periods, okay? You just want to get blood flow to the tissue. You just want to get it shortening and lengthening so you're adding a pliable nature and then get off of it, okay? Um, Also, during that recovery process in active rest, adequate protein levels. And we'll talk more and build upon that as we continue to develop the relationship and allow you to understand the process, okay? Reinforce the process. And then step number three, reapply the high intensity foot drop class again once the muscles have fully recovered, okay? High enough intensity, fully recovered, reapply, okay? That is the fundamental process of, getting results through exercise, all right? I used to teach at Texas State University as a graduate assistant, 5 classes a semester, and our essentials of strength training, that was day one, okay? It's adequate stimulus, recovery, reapply, right? Understanding the process, okay? And then the last thing, step 4, is enjoy the benefits, okay? Enjoy the benefits of your efforts, okay? And you will see benefits developing within, 4 to 6 weeks, if not sooner, sometimes immediately because you're getting blood flow to the area and you've been sedentary. So you will see a difference. All right, so the foot drop programs at MS Workouts. So yes, we understand the intensity needs to be high, right? I need to work the area, but what are you going to be given in this process? So you have access, okay, to a focus on foot drop collection, right? So it's basically a customized option for you. So you don't have to do any thinking. We've put the exercises together that are going to allow you to benefit most from your efforts, right? So what we want you to do is, in the process, perform your full body fundamentals, okay? It's important to strengthen your entire body to get oxygenated blood flow to all the specific tissues of the body, not just focusing on that foot drop area, okay? So execute the full body fundamentals. We can go in greater detail about, exactly why and all the benefits at a later time. After you execute the full body fundamentals, execute your focus on foot drop exercises, okay? It's going to give you a little bit more volume, a little bit more specificity in the area to ensure that the clearest stimulus signal has been sent to that area so that you can reap the best benefits after fully recovering, okay? It contains 11 of our best exercises and stretches to help reduce that foot drop. This option is going to allow you to add, other focuses to your class, okay, like hip flexors, grip strength, and others, okay? So I know you have, when I say this option, this community, this group, this Take the Fight to the Muscles, you have the option, once you've developed the results, to focus on other focuses, okay, other than foot drop. But obviously today we're talking about foot drop, right? Very, very easy to follow, okay? We have focus-ons that group exercises together that allow you to see the best results that you want. Okay, so, excuse me. At this time, I want to go ahead and open up the floor to any questions. I know this group is new, right? We're getting our footing. A lot of you are getting used to what time we're going on live, coming on once a month on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Excuse me. The other thing that we can do is whenever you do watch this replay, post in the box, right? When a better time for you particularly is, and we can take a poll and see if we need to adjust the time to make sure that we're getting a time that allows all of you to be here. And regardless, the cool thing about this is you're going to have the ability to watch this in the future. So even if you're not able to be here, this information is going to be extremely useful for you. And if you apply it, you will see results. And that's why you're here. We want you to see results. Okay, we're not just here to interact with you and have fun. Oh, we are here to connect, but we want results. Okay, let's get to the point. So please, 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 if you have questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Know that we're here for you. We're super psyched about offering this level of attention and focus and personalization to each and every one of you, part of the Take the Fight to Muscles group. And looking forward to each and every week that we continue to build the knowledge and allow you to understand the tools that you have at your fingertips. Again, know that we're here for you, not only to encourage you, allow you to understand the process, but also to connect with you as well. So I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Let us know how we can help. And in the end, if you, as I mentioned, give your very best effort, you stay consistent, don't judge your outcomes, but measure your outcomes, you will see a difference. So proud of each and every one of your efforts up to this point. Continue to take the fight to those muscles and you will see a difference. And I'll look forward to seeing each and every one of you this next week on the YouTube channel, as well as at our next live Q&A. Until then, have a good one, give your best effort, and I'll see you soon. Take care.